and I'm chairing this panel discussion. Today we have a group. I would like to introduce the first panel. They will hold a discussion on social issue Doraemon secret tools. Group 1, are you ready to start?
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to start our panel discussion. My name is Ryu Toshima, and I am the moderator of this panel discussion. The topic of this panel discussion is the relationship between social issues and Doraemon secret tool. Then I would like to introduce panelists Tomo, Kano, Tomoga, and me. Japan faces many issues at the personal level and problems to large scale. For example, the personal level issues, students and workers very busy. According to 2024, research the a long work time and workers' mental health. Ma say that Japan argument should improve the promise of long working hours and workers' mental health. Also, the large scale problems is about environment issues. Osman, 2023, and the microchips can harm our health by causing cancer and other diseases like problems in the lungs, head, and intestine. Therefore, it is necessary to effect and creative approach to address the complex problem. So the purpose of this panel discussion is we will use two Doraemon secret tools that could help the social issues. Let's move on my presentation. I chose the two Doraemon secret, what is Ankipan and Konyak Konyak. The effect of Ankipan, if you want to remember the sentence, you write on Ankipan and eating, you can easily remember it. The Konyak Konyak, the effective of the Konyak Konyak, if you eat Konyak Konyak, you will be able to communicate any word with anyone. Effect of 翻訳こんにゃく。If you eat 翻訳こんにゃく, you'll be able to communicate anyone with anyone. 暗記版 and busy the college student. According to 54th survey on study life 2024, research the average time per day for type of study time. All students study time is 52.5 minutes, and all students study for jobs and qualification time is 26.6 minutes. Auto measures study for jobs and qualification time 31.3 minutes. If college students use Ankipan, it can reduce the self-study time. It might make college more good life. 翻訳こんにゃく and interpreters. In meeting, where speak different language, it can not direct communication. So interpreters help the meeting possible. However, it has disability interpreters. Takahashi, according to Takahashi and Kimura 2021, says interpreters say that direct communication is best. There are risks of mistranslation. In other opinion is difficulty in smooth conversation and high cost for interpreters. So if you use speaker こんにゃく to solve this problem, the こんにゃく is very useful. Here is the difference.
Hello everyone, my name is Togo Shimoto. In this panel discussion, I will use Doraemon's time key to explain how it can be used to solve modern problem. The problem I will be discussing today is waste reduction, which is also a goal of SDGs. This is the 12th goal of SDGs set by United Nations, which is about responsible consumption and production. So what kind of garbage problem? In addition to urban waste, human activities generate even more waste. My goal in this panel discussion is to solve the garbage problem around the world by using Doraemon's secret gadget called time key. So what kind of garbage problem need to be solved? The first problem is food waste. According to the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, food waste refers to food that is left unsold, left over, and past its expiration date, and throw away even though it is still edible. According to Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, about one third of food for human consumption is lost or waste. In Japan, the amount of waste is 5.23 million tons, which is equivalent to throw away one rice bowl every day. According to Takeyama, another problem is low recycling rate. The recycling rate of restaurant industry is 36%, which is significantly lower than other industries. The next problem is waste circulation. According to Takeyama, Japan faced a serious problem of industrial waste after rapid economic growth, which is significant. With the amount of waste is gradually increased, exceeding 400 million tons in 2000 year. In addition, the production of PET bottle, especially as beverage container, has increased among general waste, which is hindering the reduction of waste. However, the commercialization rate is 85%, which is a high figure worldwide. However, according to Nakamura, bottle-to-bottle recycling, circular recycling system that returns PET bottle to the raw materials used for PET bottle is important. Only about 20% companies are still implementing this method. We have looked into various garbage problems around the world, which facing the world. How we will deal with the world and this garbage problem in the future. The Doraemon exists in this world. I would like to use Doraemon's secret gadget called Time Furoshiki to solve the garbage problem. First, I will explain the secret tool. This secret tool is the Furoshiki that individually manipulates to the flow of time for an object. If you cover red side on the outside, you will thus. If you cover red side on the outside, the time will go back and it will become new. On the other hand, if you cover blue side on the outside, the time will go forward and it will become old. Using this tool, I will present a solution to the garbage problem mentioned earlier. The first problem is food waste. For food that have passed their expiration date and food for that discarded during manufacture process. Wrapping them in Time Furoshiki makes them look like new. The food can be used again. Next, the problem of waste circulation. The first thing needed to be solved is the problem of illegal dumping. Waste materials can be collected from all over Japan, turned into new product using Time Furoshiki. Dumping clothes and old products can be properly disassembled, leading to recycling. And bottles can also be used to make the bottle-to-bottle recycling more realistic. And bottles can be used again without throwing away, so recycling rate is 100%, so completing recycling. By doing the above, we can solve the garbage problem around the world. The purpose of this company discussion this time was to solve the garbage problem all over the world using Doraemon's secret gadget called Time Furoshiki. The previous chapter, Ryuzo talked about how to support university students' memorization ability and activate communication. In this chapter, I looked at the problem of food loss and garbage disposal, cited as problem facing the world. Despite being widely discussed as problem, no solution have been implemented and the problem getting more seriously. If we can use lemon silicate gadget called time Kuroshiki, we can solve the garbage problem all over the world, which leading to environmental conservation. Thank you for listening.
My name is Kano Saito. In this panel discussion, I will consider how to deal with social problem by enterprise environment issue with Lemon Secret 2. This time, I focus on two main environmental issues. The two problem is the problem of manipulation, which has a serious impact on the ecosystem due to large amount of plastic garbage flowing into the sea, and drought and starvation rates at risk of poverty and starvation due to drought caused by climate change. The first is marine pollution. Christina and Clement in 2023 say that as many as 8 million tons of plastic were leaked into the ocean annually, and more than 24.4 trillion plastic in the world surface waters. And environment in 2020 say that the weight of the total weight of world of marine plastic exceeds the total weight of the fish in 2050. And the United Nations Environment in 2021 reported that it will increase to 30 million tons by 2040. Recently, furthermore, the microplastic problem has become a problem in recent years. Microplastic was plastic that exposed to ultraviolet rays a long time, and those strengths double against wind and rain with sun, and have a dimension of less than 5 millimeters. Basic Earth in 2025 say that fish can be mistaken for food, which but affects on the fish and even affect our bodies. It is said that once it falls into the sea, it is difficult to recover, and it is said that often cause East and Southeast Asia. The second drought and starvation problem. In recent years, abnormal weather conditions such as drought have occurred around the world due to climate change caused by global warming. Japan International Research Agriculture science in 2024 reported that 20 million people have been acute hunger and those cause El Niño phenomenon in April 2024. El Niño phenomenon means that the sea level rise in the Pacific equatorial region is higher than usual. The WFP United Nations World Program in 2024, more than 30 million people affected by self-drought, and millions could be died to acute hunger. And it is said that 7% of the people make a living from rainwater department agriculture, and highlight widespread crops fair and livestock base suits the region. If diamonds can use in this word, I suggested that water cruise ship and amylospen. Water cruise ship is vacuum cleaner that automatically cleans river and seas. With these tools, efficiently collect garbage, maintain the beauty of the sea and river conditionally. Cleaning work that takes time by human hands can be shortened. It contributes to improve on marine pollution. The second amylospen is fully change the weather by signing the location. With these tools, artificially rain areas suffering from drought and water shortage. It supports the problem of agricultural product and the life of people living in the area. In this way, the use of these tools can lead to the resolution of international environment problem. By aiming to solve this problem, SDGs can also contribute to achieve goal 33 and goal 14 and goal 2.
短く最後です。もうだいぶ過ぎて。わかります。
In reality, I thought that if such a tool exists, it would be good to use with water clean to prevent marine pollution and amylospen to help solve environmental problems.
Hello everyone, my name is Tomka. Today I'd like to talk about how to solve social issue using Doraemon secrets to the Chrome Hammer. Today, among the many social issues, I would like to mention the rubber shortage problems. Let me give you two examples. The first is long working hours. The second is young carers. First, I would like to talk about the burden that long hours, long long working hours placed on people. Similar 2020 reported that there are many advisor and sub-advisor teachers who feel that there is a shortage of time with their family, time for themselves, and time for study research. In addition, Fujino et al. 2006 reported that as long working hours have led to an increase in mental health, such as stress and depression among workers. The number of the grants and certification for workers' compensation for mental disorders has also increased. Next, I would like to talk about therefore longer working hours place strain on people both in terms of time and mentality. Next, I would like to talk about the burden placed over young carers. Let me start by giving a definition of the term. According to Kitayama and Ishikura 2015, young carers are minor children whose families are in some difficult situation and who are the bearers of their care. Young carers said also be in poor mental health, so Richie et al. 2020 reported that in particular young carers tend to have poor physical and mental health more than their same age peers who are not carers. From here on, I'd like to talk about how to solve these problems within a Cron hammer. I'd like to define the term Cron hammer. Cron hammer refers to create a cron who is hit. For example, if there are two things that you want to do, so you can hit with this hammer and create a clone of yourself. Therefore, by creating your self clone, you can eliminate the rubber shortage. Some of you may be wondering why we have to rely on Doraemon's secret tools. There are these reasons for that. Kuroda 2017 stated that solving the problems of long working hours could weaken the competitiveness of Japanese companies. And moreover, Chikura et al. 2017 mentioned that young carers are mostly unrecognized by society and seen as big problems. In this way, trying to solve the problems realistically can have a negative impact on others. Let me summarize the point of this panel discussion. To solve the labor shortage problems, we need to hire more people. In today's world, solving these problems is not realistic. So the most effective solution would use Doraemon's secret tools. Clone Hammer. There are references. So thank you all panelists for interesting discussion on the topic relationship between social issue and Doraemon Secret Tools. First, Ryuto suggested that Achipan and Konyaku support university students memorization abilities and active communication. Next, Togo argued that time Froski can solve the world's garbage problems. Then Kano proposed that the water can clean ships and Amedes are able to solve the international environmental problems. Finally, I discussed that the Clone Hammer can solve lava shortage problems. Then let me start the Q&A session by asking you guys a question. If you were to create a new Doraemon Celestials, what would you propose?
I want mental health helmet. If you wear helmet, you can feel happy. So
If I could make one of Doraemon's secret gadgets, I would like to make machines that automatically sort garbage. By distributing this to every household, there will be no need to separate the garbage. This will be easy for people and good for environmental. So I propose this too.
If I want to make Doraemon suit, I would like to make a watering can that can transform any soil into an environment where crops can grow. With this tools, we can grow crops in environment and contribute to improve people's lives. Thank you all for making this session very interesting and meaningful. Today we discussed the relationship between social issues and Doraemon secret tools. So the purpose of the panel discussion was to solve social issues using Doraemon secret tools. In conclusion, Doraemon secret tools help you solve social issues. Thank you for listening. Let's give a big hand up for this.